we asked for if there are people who would like to come up and introduce themselves. Now, the people who come here could be folks from communities, from academic researchers, from industries, and we just want to give them a brief voice to just come here and speak very briefly about themselves, just a minute and without any slides. And this is also a great opportunity for the rest of us to learn what other capabilities exist in case you would like to team or you would like to learn what other expertise is there in this room. So I'm Kaushik Chaudhary from Northeastern University and part of the academic outreach program. We'll talk more about what Bill and I do in a bit after lunch, but I'll let Bill first tell us how much time do we have and when do we come back, and then we'll get started with the folks right away.
Great. So we're going to invite the folks that have registered online to give the lightning talks. So I'll ask Aaron Deacon to come up. Mina Star TP, you're next, and then Kapil, I'm sorry, I'm going to really destroy names. Dendekar, you'll be after that. So just to reiterate, we're going to have all of us enjoying the lightning talks until 12:45 or 1 o'clock. Then you'll be invited to go to lunch. Those of you who would like to return to give a talk or listen to the talks, kind of a working lunch, you can bring your lunch back. We'll be doing these lightning talks. It looks like there are 25 of you that have registered in advance, and we hope others will want to give talks as well. This is a great opportunity for the small businesses in the room to make available, introduce yourselves and indicate what you could contribute to a proposal. So come see me if you'd like to add your name to the list. But again, we'll get going. Aaron Deacon. Yep.
Hi, my name is Aaron Deacon. I'm running a nonprofit in Kansas City called KC Digital Drive, and we've had a work group over the past 6 to 8 months, kind of digging into the power project from the announcement last July, and just wanted to give a couple heads ups on the things that we've been looking at internally and an appeal for what we're looking to this group for. So one, we have a lot of fiber in the community, which we're excited about, and we have quite a bit of wireless resources in terms of technical capacity. With Sprint being there, we've got a lot of bench strength from an intellectual capacity as well in terms of wireless networking research. We've had really great public and civic engagement, chief innovation officers from a number of cities who've been part of our process, and great willingness on behalf of the city governments to sort of ease the permitting process and do things like that in support of this project. We've got some standout research institutions, University of Missouri, Kansas City, at KU, University of Kansas, and Kansas State as well. And I'd like to point out Deep Medi over in the back, and James Sturbins on the other side would be great people to talk to in addition to me throughout the day if you have a chance. And we also have a pretty strong commercialization and tech transfer program that has been designed at thinking about how you take fundamental research in these areas and put it into the private sector. What we'd really like to work on as we expand into this pre-proposal phase is broadening the research community beyond what we have within Kansas City. We've started that process, but if there are researchers either from the corporate side or the academic side, we really want to kind of run our ideas by you and make sure that we've got a platform that is valuable to you. So certainly looking for that kind of partnership. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I invite a couple up? Thank you. And after Koppel will be Jason Samose. Jason from representing Sigfox. Thank you. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Kapil Dendekar. I'm from Drexel University. I'm representing a team that we're trying to get together. We have some partners from Temple University. We have a member of the Philadelphia CIO office with us. And we're very interested in finding industrial partners to work with us on a submission to this area. We have experience working with the U.S. Ignite program. We've done with the city deployments of public computing centers all around our city, and we are very interested in discussing how we might be able to team with industrial partners to do some of the testbed activities that are described here. and Philadelphia is a great city, we are a large city for doing this kind of thing, so we think there are lots of opportunities. We have some very exciting work that's happening with smart cities, so we think there's a lot of opportunity. We're also interested in learning best practices of how companies are working with cities and universities, so if anyone has any suggestions, please find us. We are in the front right corner of the room. Thank you very much.
I just want to give the heads up to the next folks who would like to come. I have on my list Aniruddha Gokhale, Harold Bledsoe, Lee McKnight, Nick Laneman. Anirudh, are you there?
Hi. For those who don't know, Sigfox is a networking company based in France, been slowly but surely deploying its low-power wide area network in the United States since about 2014. Runs on the, excuse me while I check my notes, the 902 megahertz band. I do not work for Sigfox. I'm a consultant that's specifically focusing on exactly what we're doing here, which is connecting the dots between researchers, industry, as well as opportunities to use the network, which is, again, low power, meaning that it only takes, excuse me on the details, 12 bytes of data and below. So not video, not images, but simple signals from a beacon system, if you will, beacosphere, beacons or other sensors that are transmitting data relevant to the Internet of Things. Doors opening, temperature controls, a variety of other types of applications have been deployed in Europe for some time, and now in the United States, continuing to build out the ecosystem partnerships with various manufacturers of edge computing devices. So the idea is to work with universities to understand what are some new techniques, what are some new systems that need to be, and it's not my phrase, but Sigfox's tagline in the US is to make things come alive. So what cyber-physical systems are in your universities, are part of your everyday work and research life that you like to use to collect data, and Sigfox can power that in a self-contained network that is also publicly available. And currently we're working with both public and private institutions to establish the network. 20% population coverage by the end of 2017, and we're looking at about, I think, 60% by the end of 2018. But that said, that's going through the standard permitting channels, using private sector towers and the like, but we are available, like we have done in San Francisco, to work with city or privately owned building structures to establish the network. In San Francisco, for instance, we have libraries on top of 22 public libraries. They wanted to establish the network right away to address a saltwater intrusion problem into their wastewater management system. Did not want to wait to go through the permitting process. So lots of different ways to work with what I see as smart cities, universities, campuses, et cetera. Thanks.
I'm Aniruddha Gokhale. I'm a faculty member in computer science at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm representing a team of researchers in our department who are working on various smart city projects with the city of Nashville. We have also worked with Chattanooga in the past. Our area of research covers the whole spectrum from cloud to fog to edge computing with IoT and all kinds of things. I'm also involved recently with an IEEE effort on SDN, software-defined networking middleware standardization. So if anyone is interested, please let me know. And we are currently funded through a US Ignite award. We are working on STEM education using cloud technologies. And we recently also have a DURIP equipment award, and we are setting up a large IoT testbed where we can do these kind of experimentations, and we are looking to team up with various cities and industry for this program. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Harold Bledsoe, and I'm here today with my colleague Paul Kim, and we're actually with a company called IgniteNet. not to be confused with Ignite US, although I guess we both have similar goals to set the industry on fire. IgniteNet is actually a manufacturer of millimeter wave outdoor equipment as far as how it relates to this space. We sort of pioneered low-cost outdoor gigabit links in unlicensed 60 gigahertz band. And then we've done that in point-to-point and now in point-to-multipoint. We do have a lot of exciting new products coming in and things like that this year. And our goal is actually to continue to innovate and to bring low-cost gigabit connections, whether it's for cameras, for internet, for whatever it is, make those a reality in the U.S., of course, and then across the rest of the world. We welcome any partnerships that further these goals, whether it's with research and development, with community, or with other companies, basically trying to push these same goals. So anyway, thanks.
Hi, I'm Lee McKnight. Happy to be here with my colleagues from Syracuse University, Carlos Caicedo, President of NiserNet, Chris Sador is also here as well. We're looking to lead either in Syracuse proper, where Chris is also in touch with the city government, or bring expertise to other areas. Prior to coming to this room, I was the principal investigator of the Wireless Grid Innovation Testbed for about 5 years, working, again, across cloud-to-edge innovations in a distributed modular basis. I'll note that we're launching internet backpack trials into the Congo in about 3 weeks. So I'll talk to Tiago offline about that. So if people are looking in experimenting on a broad basis, both at architecture, cloud to edge, including at the software-defined level just mentioned, we're happy to look at partners both from the industry and other communities. And if you want to hop on to one of these efforts we already have underway, you're welcome as well. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nick Lanneman from Notre Dame, and I'm here as part of a team with the City of South Bend. Santi Garces, Brian Donahue, and also our Managing Director, Harash Punjabi are here. So we've been working on our platform, which we're calling SBXG, for about 6 months now, pushing pretty hard. We believe that we are starting to collect a number of assets that might be attractive for this program. First of all, we have a very extensive dark fiber network that's been deployed throughout the city of South Bend in partnership between the city, the county, and Notre Dame for many years now. We've got a wireless center that's involved in the NSF Industry University Cooperative Research Program, so a number of industry partners and academic partners that we hope to rally around our platform. We've also got a lot of experience with software-defined radio prototyping. And we have experimental licenses that we'll be bringing to bear here as well. We have also secured some pretty significant commitments from the city, and we're anticipating commitments from the state, which I can't get into here, but I would be happy to get into privately, that we think will make the proposal that we're planning pretty distinctive. So right now we're really in the public outreach phase, looking for both academic and industry partners to rally around our platform, bring us use cases and requirements, and help us kind of iterate on the design and the overall community building that we're working. Thank you.
Just wanted to alert the next set of speakers. We have Santiago Garces, Shumon Banerjee, Matthew Williams, Ricardo Aguilar, Akbar Saeed. If you'd like to start, approach the podium. And so Santiago Garces, yeah, go ahead. And while the speaker is saying, I just want to let you know that we will collect the information from the speakers who've just presented and make it available to the community here, so that even if you don't catch a name, their names and their profiles would be available.
So I'm Santiago Garces. As Nick said, we're part of the team that's putting together SBXG. I'm with the city government. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer. So South Bend is unique because it is located in the backbone of fiber that connects Chicago and with the East Coast. And there's carrier hotels and data centers that offer access to those fiber assets. to our community. We have dark fiber laid out across the city as an investment in a public-private partnership, and we have almost all city facilities, fire stations, parks, and other, the utility, all connected through dark fiber, and we want to make those assets available to researchers. And for the mayor and our community, we want to be part of the development of new wireless technology. So as Nick said, we're looking for academic partners and industry partners that want to run experiments and help put South Bend in the map as a global location for advanced wireless research. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Matt Williams. I'm the Chief of Staff at a early stage startup called OptiPulse Incorporated. We have a technology that's, I think, probably somewhat uncommon in this room. It's an optical wireless technology. It's a novel reconfiguration of the vertical cavity surface emitting laser, which, as some of you will know, is the enabling technology for all of fiber optic. And what it allows us to do is to achieve point-to-point communications at 10 gigabits per second at distances of up to 10 kilometers or possibly even more. Many of you have ideas about free space optical communication and its limitations. Many of those limitations don't apply to us. We have a very different kind of beam that has very interesting characteristics that avoid atmospheric scintillation issues. So what it basically means is that we don't have to hit a small target, so that if something is wobbling, the receiver is wobbling, for instance, because of wind, we can still hit the target. The beam can even be covered up partially with your hand or with an object and still hit the target as well. And the question everybody always asks, of course, is it eye safe? And the answer is yes, it is. So, you know, we're obviously is not an RF technology. None of the issues about spectrum and licensing apply to us. And because we produce these chips at a wafer scale, and we can put thousands of chips on a single wafer, they're extremely inexpensive to produce. And so what that means is that that combination of characteristics plus costs makes us a truly disruptive technology. Not many people want to say their technology is disruptive, but we'll say that because we believe that we can achieve fiber speeds at about a quarter of the price of fiber per foot. So we're obviously you know, looking to partner. We're talking to the city of Albuquerque now and a PAWR proposal for New Mexico. But we're also would be interested in talking to your city or a research institution, especially if you have capacity in optics, semiconductor design. We want to operationalize this in situ in a network architecture, in your network architecture. So talk to me if you're interested, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, US Ignite, for inviting me. My name is Rick Aguilar, and I'm the chair for the New Mexico Technology Council's Community Broadband Initiative. So we're going to make Albuquerque a gigabit city. And so what I want to kind of tell you is our coalition is a makeup of technology industry, academic institutions, research labs, local government, businesses, and residents working together to improve the high-speed broadband infrastructure service in Albuquerque. So if today, if anybody wants to talk about teaming arrangements, like Matt said, in terms of things that will help us accelerate you know, our strategies, whether it be P3s of that nature, I'd be interested in talking to anybody. But again, we're kind of a grassroots movement here, hopefully to bring in our national assets and hopefully you know, drive this power to the next level. So thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Akbar Saeed from the University of Wisconsin. So I'm representing UW-Madison. I think Suman Banerjee was supposed to come before me, but he's not here. He is here, but he didn't come in. So, so I'll say a little bit. You know, so we have a small team of people, researchers there for sure in networking and RF and wireless. That's mine is more in physical layer, And the things that I want to emphasize, I think Shuman is definitely working with the city and the university relationships, and he has a lot more experience. But one of the things where we have developed quite a bit of expertise in the last 5 years is in the millimeter wave research field. And so with my colleague Shinju Yang, he has a test bed on 60 gigahertz and shorter range links, and my group is developing a longer range for mobile access at 28 gigahertz and higher frequencies. We're using a different approach to beamforming than the conventional phase arrays. We're using lens arrays. And so we're very interested in partnering. We want to have that technology be deployed at as many different, diverse topologies as possible, because that technology is still developing. And we have an experimental license there as well. We're also, with Shinju Yang, we are also running the Research Coordination Network on millimeter wave wireless research, which is part of this new initiative. So that's will be, our hope is that it'll be a one-stop shopping place for anything you need to know about millimeter wave wireless research. So that's another place. And then we're also involved in the channel modeling effort by NIST. Nara Golmi and Kate Remley are leading that effort from NIST, and so there's a lot of interesting work going on there too. So hopefully we can partner in millimeter wave technology aspects and beyond. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hongwei Zhang. So my research focuses on wireless networking for real-time cyber-physical human systems. I spent my past 10 years in Detroit, so I'm going to give you some data that hopefully can set the setting for what I believe would be important directions we should look at as part of the program. So we all know about autonomous vehicles today, but there have been a lot of work on connected vehicles, and the work started almost 20 years ago, started from standardization and research, industrial deployment, and so on. But after 20 years, we're still talking about the connected vehicles. And even though we have pilot deployment of thousands of vehicles, the kind of technology we're using are still the technology that's based on principles developed 40 years ago, right? So I feel that there's actually a need for us to really rethink both networking principles as well as experimentation methodologies for real-time safety-critical cyber-physical systems. So in the past years, as part of the NSF GD program, as well as some other NSF programs, we have been looking at the experimentation as well as basic research aspect of this important domain. So at this point, well, we think this is a very important domain for the community, and we don't have a team yet. We are thinking about how we can probably participate. So if this is something that may interest you, I would love to talk to you and see whether how we can potentially collaborate. Thank you.
Mina sets up. I just wanted to alert the next few speakers. We have Abhay Samant, Ricardo Basoli, Ted Lehr, and Gerhard Schoenthal.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mina Sartipi. I'm with the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga. And here we from Chattanooga, it's also me and also a representative from the city and our power company. Our power company is actually the one that owns the fiber in the city that provides up to 10 gigabit of internet to every household in the city. And the power company is planning to apply for this grant. They would be leading it, and University of Tennessee in Chattanooga, among other universities, such Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, and Tennessee Tech, have agreed to be teaming with us on this project. We're covering a wide part of the spectrum from USRP to millimeter wave and others. And we were looking for industry partners and also more academia partners on this. And we also have a close collaboration with some other universities and Oak Ridge National Lab on having some of their application that can be done in the, on that platform. That some of these are already ongoing projects in the smart city field. So I'll be happy to talk with anyone that would be interested. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Abhay Samant. I am the Vice President of Engineering at Hiller Measurements. Prior to this, I've spent 2 decades at National Instruments working with James Kimmery in the RF and microwave group. At Hiller Measurements, we have been delivering, designing, deploying, and installing test beds for many years now. We work on the principles of innovation, maintaining a fine balance between innovation and scalability, with heavy focus on project management. We have about a team of 25 to 30 engineers across mechanical, software, and hardware expertise. We have been involved in many programs over the years, and we can speak at length about it during the break. One that I would like to call out specifically is we were involved in a US DoD program for a wireless link simulators for the JTRS program a few years ago. And a lot of similarities between what that program required and the requirements of this, mainly about the need for a platform that can support heterogeneous compute models, both across hardware and software. Second was the need for slicing of the spectrum so that various people could use it. And the third, which was very critical over here, was the need for remote configuration of the system so that the researchers don't have to come on site, but they can access it globally. Would be very happy to work with schools in Texas. City of Austin was here. We are headquartered in Austin, Texas, and would be happy to talk to you more about what we can offer. Thank you.
My name is Riccardo Bassoli. I'm from Trento, University of Trento, in the north of Italy. We have the Alps, the Dolomites, and we have significant expertise, and we are working in European projects about 5G, network function virtualization, and cognitive networks. So, and also network coding and coding theory. So if you are interested in collaborating, we would be pleased to speak with you. Bye.
Good afternoon. I'm Gerhard Schoenthal. I'm Director of Operations at Virginia Diodes, or VDI, in Charlottesville, Virginia. Charlottesville has a rich history in millimeter wave and terahertz technology. You could even call it Terahertz Town. VDI spun out of NRAO and UVA technology to provide semiconductor parts for radio astronomers several decades ago. And we're now a 70-person company that provides world-leading millimeter wave and terahertz test and measurement equipment. We've built and have the capability to build millimeter wave and terahertz radio systems and components with thousands of those units in the field now. And kind of an example of that is the contribution that we have made to the ALMA project for NRAO, which was a massive worldwide science project. An initial and important member of the millimeter wave ecosystem in Charlottesville is UVA. And we're looking to help UVA maybe make a proposal along with other members of the ecosystem in Charlottesville, including the city of Charlottesville, which has shown some interest in participating in the power program, along with our local fiber network provider. We've also had great success in Charlottesville spawning other millimeter wave and terahertz-based companies. And so we've got proven success in that manner. And we look forward to working with and hearing from everyone else in the room today. Thank you.
So I'm Ted Lair with the City of Austin. I'm the data architect with the City of Austin. The City of Austin is interested in exploring opportunities to be the platform for this grant with universities and other communities, not just the community itself. Austin's strengths is it's high tech, it's got a lot of large companies there, and it's an entrepreneur startup community. If you want to commercialize your research, Austin's the place to be. We have the Dell Medical Center, which specializes in population health. We own our electric and water utilities. We are along the I-35 corridor, and it's the fastest growing corridor in the country. A lot of opportunities to do cool research. Google Fiber is here in Austin. AT&T 5G operations are in Austin. and we are a US Ignite gigabit community. We are currently partnering with, expecting to partner with UT Austin, Texas A&M, Texas State, Rice University, and Southwest Research Institute. We're looking for more. We believe there's other communities that can bring a value to this platform. We were a finalist in the U.S. Department of Transportation Smart Cities grant last year. And that means the City of Austin has the structure, it has the experience of putting together a competitive grant for its community of researchers and companies. So come and see me and our partners today. Thank you.
Our final 5 folks who have signed up, and then we will invite you all to attend lunch. We will also be open for having more folks decide they want to come provide a lightning talk. Fred Schreider from Interdigital. I'm so sorry that I'm going to destroy these names. Raj Chandramouli from Stevens Institute of Technology, Tom Calkin from Mojo Networks, Cobus Vandermeer from the University of Utah, and Saptarshi Debroy from City University of New York.
So hello again. I was one of the speakers in the morning, so I won't take a lot of time. But I just wanted to encourage people. Interdigital is one of the founding members of US Ignite, so we can't team up with any proposals, but we do have a millimeter wave backhaul solution so that if your city is looking for a wireless, interconnected, mesh-controlled system, please contact me and we can talk. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mauli. I'm a professor at Stevens Institute in Hoboken, located right across Manhattan on the river. Stevens, we have a very strong research group in cognitive radio networks, dynamic spectrum access, spectrum management, so on. We already have a smart city test bed in the city, as well as we also have a DHS Center for Maritime Security, and as part of that, we have a lot of sensors in the river, so we do a lot of acoustic sensors and so on and so forth. I also run the NSF Savvy, which is an institute for cognitive networking. We do a lot of interesting research with our collaborators in South Africa to bring low-cost wireless broadband using smart usage of spectrum. Also, Stevens also has UARC in systems engineering, so we do research in all the way from file layer to policies as well. And the city, as I said, the Hoboken mayor is extremely supportive of projects like this. In fact, she supported us in a previous effort when we had this NTIA model, spectrum model city project, right? Unfortunately, the funding didn't come through for NTIA. Nevertheless, so we have all the ingredients in place. I'm looking for partners, especially NGOs and communities who want to use a dense urban environment to test their ideas, and also looking for ideas for what kind of applications and services we would like to deploy on these networks. Thanks.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Cobus Vandermeer. I'm faculty at the School of Computing at the University of Utah. We plan to be partnering with Salt Lake City for the power project. And we hope to be building on our expertise, building various test beds. We have had fairly heavy involvement in the Genie platform. More recently, we have built 2 other NSF-funded community test beds, specifically PhantomNet, which is a mobile and wireless test bed, remotely accessible. We also built the Cloud Lab platform, which is an NSF-funded platform to enable research in cloud computing. So we'd be interested to talk to any potential partners, specifically also interested to talk to industrial and academic researchers who might be interested in using a platform so that we may build the thing that you would actually be using. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Saptarshi Debroy from City University of New York. I am a junior faculty. I run a very small but motivated group of researchers. We do research on dynamic spectrum access-based smart applications like smart grids, IoT, and disaster management. I was working on a MRI proposal to create a test bed, a wireless test bed for DSA-based disaster management network with IoT devices. And then I heard about the Power PPO, and I thought we can make it a citywide thing or maybe a wider deployment. So I'm pitching as a lone wolf here. So if anybody is looking for any motivated individual to work on a New York City-based team or maybe another city, I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm open to ideas. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it's lunchtime. Oh, wait. Oh, Sima. I just told everyone it's lunchtime.
So talking about pressure, he just told you it's lunchtime, and I'm here to speak to you for a minute. I'm Shaman Banerjee from University of Wisconsin, and I've been obviously involved with a lot of efforts around Genie and testbed building for a while. We have a significant plan going on in the city of Madison in Wisconsin, where we are planning to put together an infrastructure that focuses on primarily two areas or two applications that we would like to leverage. One is centered around smart transportation. So we are working very closely with our city metro partners. They run 250 city buses, and we have a great relationship in being able to deploy services and hardware and other capabilities on these vehicles. And if you can equip all of them, it becomes a very interesting component to the infrastructure where we have advanced 5G technologies communicating to buses and brings about all the interesting challenges of wireless technologies as we go forward. And the other, I think in Madison, we have a great opportunity with a good and strong healthcare industry because of various healthcare IT organizations as well as our hospital services. And so we're looking at a combination of infrastructure that will cover and serve both the transportation needs as well as the healthcare needs. So that's sort of short. Thank you.
Okay, now it's really lunchtime. Lunch is served in the restaurant, which is on this floor all the way to my left, your right. There won't be enough room in the restaurant to accommodate all of us, so there's also food presented out in the foyer. But we'd encourage you to go to the restaurant. That's what I need to do. Team, introduce yourself to the person next to you. Find out what they are doing here, what they can contribute to a power proposal. If you did not give a lightning talk but would like to give a lightning talk, or if you found them fascinating and would like to listen to more, Kaushik and I will be here. We'd be happy to take your name. We'll invite the folks who want to give lightning talks to come back at 1:30. For the rest of you, the program will start again at 2 o'clock. So we'll start promptly at 2. Please enjoy your lunch. Again, introduce yourself to the person next to you. Have a great lunch.